All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, now this lesson, is basically going into, a monetary shift, is here. We understand that, these elites are going to phase out the dollar, okay, and bring forth, all right, a cashless society where purchases, payments, buying and selling are going to be done cashlessly, digitally, all right, through what? A CHIP, a micro CHIP that they're going to want inside every man, woman, and child. And when that is implemented, that is the hour of temptation. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Okay, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also shall keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them, to test them that dwell upon the earth. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay, the hour of temptation is when this CHIP is implemented. All right. The hour of temptation is when the micro CHIP is implemented, which is the MARK of the beast, man. Okay. Purchases, payments, buying, and selling are going to be done digitally, cashlessly through a CHIP that they're going to want inside every man, woman, and child. All right. Now, this is a clip from this video titled Trump Just Reset the US Dollar, What You Must Know. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this video was done around the time either, I believe it was after, Trump went to the Middle East, if I'm not mistaken. He went over to Saudi Arabia. They made deals, man. They made deals. Okay. Now, he's gonna go into how, well, the title, Trump just reset the US dollar. Now, actually, let me play the clip.
They exploded. The S&P 500 went up, the Dow Jones went up, the Nasdaq recovered, and it was some of the best times for stocks in years. And then something happened. One of the biggest crypto exchanges in the US was quietly added to the S&P 500 index. And this is something no crypto company has ever done before. And why this matters so much is because when a company joins the S&P 500 index, every major retirement account in America starts to buy in. Index funds, pensions, even grandpa and grandma's 401ks. And this means billions in new demand overnight. And every dollar that gets put into this S&P 500 index gets allocated to Coinbase indirectly. And as Coinbase grows bigger and bigger because of it, it moves up the ladder. So it gets more and more pennies of that dollar. And for investors of Coinbase, like this guy who bought at the peak, it's more than just some financial boost. This is a huge symbolic moment. It means that crypto is not just this crazy thing that exists outside the system. It's now officially part of the financial mainstream, and it's being embraced. And it's
So Khan, man, basically said how crypto is now a part of the financial mainstream because Coinbase quietly, joined the S&P 500. Now, let's search up this. What is the significance of the S&P 500? It says the S&P 500 is largely considered an essential benchmark index for the U.S. stock market, composed of 500 large cap companies across a breadth of industry sectors. The index captures the pulse of the American corporate economy, man. And Coinbase, which is a crypto exchange, recently quietly joined the S&P 500. And see, because you gotta understand when crypto basically came out, crypto was demonized. Oh, it's a scam, it's this and that, But now crypto is being embraced. Now crypto is becoming mainstream. If I'm not mistaken, you even had Donald Trump. You know, he even made, if I'm not mistaken, he had made a meme coin on Solana. You know, and the talk of stable coins and CBDC, central bank digital currencies, because we're in those times, man. We're in those times that they're finna phase out the dollar. Okay, and see, crypto is like the Trojan horse to bring forth this digital reset. You know, that's why you have the articles that go into what? Blockchain technologies, tokenization, tokenized real estate, you know, all right? Because these are the times that we're coming into. You have articles that go into the digital dollar, the digital ID, digital wallet, everything being digitized, man, you know, all right? Because soon they're finna phase out the dollar and bring forth a cashless society where purchases, payments, buying and selling are going to be done digitally. You see, digital ID, digital wallet, okay? Things are finna be digital, man. That's why you got Esau, you know, he pushing the transhumanism, the half man and half machine, AI, you know, automation, okay? Okay, the fusion of man and machine, the fusion of man and AI, okay? You know, everything been digital, man. All right? And Esau wants to be God, all right, in the earth through his pseudoscience and technology, man. And this is why he's going to want every man, woman, and child to receive a micro C-hip inside of them. And these are the times that we're in. So a monetary shift is happening, man. You know, a monetary shift is happening because it's going to go from this cash-based, this paper, fiat currency, cash-based system to a digital system, a cashless system. All right. And this is where the mark of the beast plays its part. Now, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he being who? The tabernacle of Edom, the so-called white man, which ruled as the ancient Greeks, which ruled as the ancient Romans, and today rule over this revived Roman Empire, which is America, NATO, and the EU. America being Babylon the Great. Okay? It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive M-A-R-K in their right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into that word M-A-R-K in the Greek word is charagma, which goes into scratch, etching, thing carved, sculpture, graven. Okay? Because it basically a cutting, because they're going to have to make a cutting into the flesh. All right? When you go deeper, it goes back to carax, which goes into a pale stake or palisade, you know, like a stake. You know, you watch the vampire movies, they got the wooden stake that pierce through the chest of the vampire, basically a sharp pointed instrument, because they're going to have to use a sharp pointed instrument to pierce, to make that cutting into your flesh so you could receive this CHIP, man, you know. And, you know, you got Elon Musk with the Neuralink, the brain C-hip, all right. You had Apple, if I'm not mistaken, Apple is basically there for to have their devices able to connect to these C-hips, man, all right, if they haven't done it already. You know, all right. But let's keep on reading. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the M-A-R-K, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, because they're going to bring forth a cashless society. Okay. Oh, all right. A digital system, man. A digital monetary system, man. All right. Okay. Well, you will not be able to buy and sell. You will not be able to purchase. You will not be able to make payments without having this CHIP. These are the times that we're coming into. Okay? Purchases, payments, buying and selling are going to be done digitally, cashlessly, through a CHIP that they're going to want inside every man, woman, and child, man. All right? And these are the times that we're coming into, man. You know? So, you know, they have the crypto and the digital assets and tokenization, blockchain technology, you know, but all roads lead to the C-hip, man. All roads lead to the C-hip, all right? The micro C-hip, man. And when that's implemented, that's the hour of temptation, because we understand, according to the scriptures, that we are not to receive this thing even unto death. And those that do receive it are going to be destroyed by the Lord, man, you know. All right, they're going to get that grievous sore, you know, and be destroyed by Yahweh, by Shema Washai, man. They're going to be destroyed by that fire. All right. So that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Merkak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, taught me this truth.